Thinking about switching jobs in 2025. On the surface, it sounds simple. Better pay, a new title, maybe more flexibility. But here's the truth nobody tells you. Job switching in 2025 is not the same as it was even 2 years ago. We're living in a year of layoffs, AI disruption, hybrid work confusion, and intense competition. The rules have changed, and if you only look at salary and job title, you could end up regretting your move within months. So in this episode of the Work Chat, we're uncovering 7 things you must consider before switching jobs in 2025, before it's too late. Because if you want your next career move to be a smart one, you need to think beyond salary and benefits. Let's get started. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Work Chat. Thinking of switching jobs, before you accept that shiny new offer, there are a few things you must consider first. But before we start, you may be wondering why switching jobs feels so different in 2025. Well, there are some significant shifts in the job market. Layoffs are hitting every industry: tech, finance, healthcare, even education. AI tools are reshaping job descriptions faster than HR can update the postings. Hybrid work models mean you might not even meet half your team in person. And competition isn't just local, it's global. Remote jobs mean you're competing with talent worldwide. That's why switching jobs in 2025 requires more than chasing a bigger paycheck. You need to think deeper, look wider, and ask smarter questions. And that brings us to the first consideration, the stability factor. In another word, how safe is this role really? Most people think about pay first, but in 2025, you also need to ask, how safe is this job? Look out for these red flags. If the company has had multiple rounds of layoffs, if they're in an industry being heavily disrupted by AI or automation, or if the role feels experimental or poorly defined. Those are signs the job, or even the company, may not be very stable. A helpful tip: research the company's financials, check recent layoff news, and look at turnover rates on Glassdoor before making your decision. Moving on to the second consideration, the AI factor. Will this job still exist in 3 years? This is the big one nobody wants to ask. AI isn't coming, it's already here. Entire roles in customer support, data entry, and even parts of marketing are being automated. Ask yourself, is this role AI-proof or AI replaceable? Does the company embrace AI to help employees or replace them? And will this job actually help you learn future-proof skills like leadership, strategy, and creativity? All right, the third consideration, the culture factor: hybrid, remote, or chaos. Culture matters more than ever. Some companies have hybrid figured out, others, total mess. Here are some signs of companies with healthy culture. They have clear guidelines on hybrid schedules, the leaders actually follow those guidelines, and they focus on outcomes, not just hours online. If culture is chaotic, you'll burn out fast, no matter how good the paycheck looks. The fourth consideration, the growth factor. Will this role develop you or stagnate you? It's easy to be wowed by a shiny new title, but ask yourself, where will this job take me in 2 to 3 years? Some good growth-related questions to ask in interviews are, what career paths have others in this role followed? What kind of training or mentorship is available? How do you support employee development? Because here's the truth. A job that pays well but kills your future growth is a trap. The fifth consideration, which is a very important one, the manager factor. Who will you actually work for? This one gets overlooked all the time. People leave managers, not companies. If you can, during the interview, find out who your direct manager is, what their leadership style is like, and how long they've been at the company. Red flag: high manager turnover. That often means instability. Green flag: a manager who's been promoted internally. That usually signals trust and respect. The sixth consideration, the lifestyle factor. Will this job fit your life or take over it? This one is personal. What's the commute like? How many hours are truly expected? Also, does the company respect boundaries or glorify burnout? A higher salary isn't worth it if it costs you your health, relationships, or sanity. A helpful tip is to ask about work-life balance indirectly. Can you tell me about a typical week on this team? You'll get more honest answers than if you ask directly about hours. Finally, our last consideration, the exit factor. If you leave, will this role help or hurt you? Here's a big one nobody thinks about. Every job is temporary, so ask yourself, if I leave this role in 2 years, what story will it tell about me? Will it show growth, leadership, new skills? Or will it look like a sideways move with no progress? Smart professionals always think about the next chapter before signing the offer letter. All right, let's recap the 7 things most people overlook when switching jobs in 2025. 1. Stability factor. Is the role safe in a layoff-heavy economy? 2. AI factor. Will this job still exist in 3 years? 3. Culture factor. Is hybrid remote well-managed or chaotic? 4. Growth factor. Will this role develop you or stagnate you? 5. Manager factor. Who are you actually working for? 6. Lifestyle factor. Will this job fit your life or take over it? 7. Exit factor. What will this role say about you when you leave? Here's the bottom line. Switching jobs in 2025 is not just about money. It's about stability, growth, culture, and the future of your career in an uncertain world. So here's your challenge. Before you say yes to that offer, run it through these 7 questions. Don't just ask, does this pay me more today? Ask, will this job grow me, protect me, and set me up for the future? If this episode gave you something to think about, hit like and subscribe to the Work Chat for more workplace tips, career strategies, and professional development insights. And I'd love to hear from you. What's something you wish you had considered before switching jobs? Share your story in the comments. You might help someone else make a smarter move in 2025. Thanks for tuning in. And remember, the right job doesn't just pay you more, it positions you for more. See you in the next episode.